morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 p.m. That's why it's important. What's civics? Civics is the study of your civil and political rights and obligations. When you know your civil rights and your political rights, you're able to then have a better advocacy for yourself. When you don't know, you can get in trouble. And guess what? Absence of knowledge or not being privy to knowing the law is not an excuse to get away from being in trouble. So in civics, you want to be able to learn what's happening in your city. If you're in New Haven, West Haven, Hamden, because at that point, you can then say, wait a minute, I know the law, I know what to do, let me not break the law. So, if you have any questions about anything, your elected official will have those answers for you. Why? Because they have a team, they have legislative aides who can do research, who can look up the laws, who can look at anything, and then they can get back to you with a response. If you want to host a party, let's say you want to block off an entire street, and you want to do a block party, well, you need to what? Pull permits. You need to knock on doors. You need to have a list of your residents that are in the neighborhood for them to say, I approve for this block. Why? Because it entails a process. The elected official can guide you through that process, and ultimately you can get that event. So whenever you have, let's say, a procession, when there's a procession happening, the procession has to go through certain streets. It goes up Chapel, on the right, it goes to Ferry, then it goes to James, then it goes to so-and-so, then it goes to whatever street. Whoever is the elected official of that particular district or ward, they have to okay it. So you have to provide a letter of support. Without that letter of support, that procession or that event cannot happen. And if it happens and there's no letter of support, a police officer can ultimately say, no, you gotta shut down. Why? Because you're doing it without the, throughout the legal, you've done it without the legal process of getting all the steps in place. So for example, if you wanna make a let's say a 2-family home into a 3-family home, you gotta pull permits. You have to go before the Board of Zoning and Appeals. You may have to get a variance. You may have to get whatever is required for you to make that structure. So if you don't know, call your elected official. They will be able to guide you. They have phone numbers, they have resources, they have contacts, and ultimately, you could be that holder. Once you're able to say, you know what, I wanna make a change in my community, I wanna run for office, every single person that is able to cast a vote and register to vote, you can also run for office. Questions?